the Valley of Kings is found. On this day in history, November 26, 1922, British archaeologists Howard Carter and George Herbert, the 5th Earl of Carnarvon, became the first people to enter King Tutankhamen's tomb in more than 3,000 years. When opened, the pair found that the sealed burial chamber was intact with a collection of several thousand priceless objects, including a gold coffin containing the mummy of the king. By 1891, most ancient Egyptian tombs had already been discovered, and most had been plundered by tomb raiders before. Carter, who arrived the same year, was a thorough excavator, and in the first few years of the 20th century, he discovered the tombs of Queen Hatshepsut and King Thutmose IV. In 1907, he associated himself with Herbert, who commissioned Carter to supervise excavations in the Valley of Kings. By 1913, after years of searching, many experts felt that there was nothing left in the valley and that Carter was wasting his time. However, Carter felt the opposite and kept searching, convinced he might find the undiscovered tomb of King Tutankhamen. Tutankhamen was enthroned in 1333 BC when he was a child. He would rule for a decade before dying at 18, leaving only a small grain of sand in the history of ancient Egypt. In the 13th century BC, he, along with the other Amarna kings, was publicly condemned, and their records were destroyed, including the location of the king's tomb. A century later, the tomb was covered by a deep layer of chips when workers built the tomb for Ramses VI. After the First World War, Carter began an intensive search, and on November 4th, discovered a step leading to the entrance. Carter called Lord Carnarvon, and he immediately rushed to Egypt, where on November 23rd, they broke through a mud door that revealed the passageway to the king's tomb. There was some evidence that robbers had entered the structure, but on November 26th, the pair broke through a second door, and Carter leaned in with a candle to take a look. Herbert asked, "Can you see anything?" and Carter replied, "Yes, wonderful things." The door opened to the untouched antechamber of King Tutankhamen. The monumental excavation took years and uncovered a vast, expansive collection of several thousand objects from life 3,000 years earlier. And although some of the items were lost, sold, or stolen during transport and storage, most of the treasures are now housed in the Cairo Museum. If you've learned something, consider dropping a like and subscribing to my channel. Your support would mean the world to me.